Hello, this is Joe. Today's recipe is really not very hard to do. It's once you're done with the preparation, which is what takes most of the time with this recipe, the rest of it, the actual cooking process is really simple. So today we will be making beef stew, and our ingredients are nice cut up beef. We have some potato already here, mushrooms, onion, garlic, and carrots. Now I don't have my rosemary here, which I will be showing in the process of cooking. So for our herbs, we have oregano right here, and these are bay leaves. Okay, bay leaves and oregano, and we're also going to use some thyme, as well as for seasoning we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. Okay, now to brown this meat we're going to use it's your choice of oil, olive oil, avocado, walnut, whatever you have. So the first thing I'm going to do is season this beef with black pepper and then a little bit of salt, and then toss it with some flour. Okay, let's go ahead and season our beef. Some nice fresh cracked black pepper if possible. I like that fresh flavor of black pepper. Really spice up the meat. Okay, that should be sufficient. And a little bit of salt. I suggest sea salt. Okay, we're going to put enough flour just to coat each individual pieces of the meat. I would suggest about half a cup, more or less. Okay, this is just to make sure that we seal all the juices in the meat as we brown it. Okay, let's get going with the process. Okay, so I will be using avocado oil. I don't know if it's showing, but I'm using avocado oil. I love cooking with olive oil as well, but since I'm browning this, avocado oil tends to have a much higher smoking point than olive oil. So for this purpose, for browning purpose, I will be using avocado oil. After the meat are browned, I will be transferring it to another pot. This is my old trusty pot here, and that's where I'm going to continue and complete the process. Okay, let's see. Nice and hot. Okay, avoid overcrowding the pot so that you can brown the meat much faster. Otherwise, it will just release some liquid and boil or steam your meat instead of browning it. So it's not a good idea to overcrowd the pot. So as you can see, it browns so much faster. Okay, the browning process not only gives the meat that really good caramelization and flavor, but it also helps seal the meat juices in, so that your meat, instead of dry, will have more of a succulent texture. Pardon me, I can't pronounce the word texture to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that in the... Actually, what I have at the back is my Dutch oven, which I'm going to be using to continue the cooking process of this stew. We will be doing an oven method simply because the oven gives me a chance to be able to tend to other things other than just focusing my attention to the stew. I like to multitask, so to speak. So now we're going to continue the browning process, and when that's done, I'll bring you back in, okay? Okay, so we're on the last batch of meat. As you can see, they're almost completely brown. I'm going to turn them, and at this point, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add my garlic, as you can see. Aroma is just so delicious. And we're going to add some of the onions, some bell peppers, by doing this, we're allowing our aromatics to permeate. Let me take the meat out. Okay, here is the next step. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid in here. I'm using chicken broth, and I don't have no beef broth, so you could use any broth that you have, or even just plain water. Okay, now I got that. Let me push that aside and let me show you where the meat is transferred to. So as you can see, that's my Dutch oven. I'm going to add the herbs. As you can see, let's put the bay leaves, oregano. That might be a little too much oregano. Now, you know, seasoning is according to your taste. So that's oregano, and now I'm going to add some thyme. And now I'm going to put this together and stick this in the oven and allow it to cook until it's soft. So let's go ahead and add our aromatics. I have the broth in the refrigerator and it's kind of cold, so I want to take some of the chill off of it by putting it in my hot wok. Okay, so okay, the last thing I'm going to add to this before I stick it in the oven would be my Worcestershire sauce. Okay, approximately about quarter cup, I would say. Again, in my cooking, all I could tell you is that your seasoning really depends on your taste buds. Okay, so I had the oven on 400 degree. I now lower it to 385, and let's check it for doneness. Okay, Okay. Oh yeah, it's getting soft. So we're gonna just continue. We'll put it back and continue baking it. And now we're going to do the next step, which is to make sure that at this stage the vegetables are roasting. Then we'll incorporate all the both of the components for this stew. Okay, this is going back into the oven. Okay, so here's the second stage of our stew. I have some rosemary here, which I will roast with the vegetables. I like that aroma it gives. We are going to put our vegetables together. We have potatoes, carrots, onions, and mushrooms. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it together. We're going to season this a little bit. Okay, just a little. Some black pepper, and let's drizzle some olive oil in it. And let's go ahead and give it a mix. Oh, we also have some bell peppers in this. So bell peppers, potatoes, carrots, and mushrooms, and some chunks of onion are gonna be the component for our roasted vegetables. And I like to put the potato on the sides because they do take a while to bake. So the mushrooms don't take too long to roast. So I like to just go ahead and make sure I have all of the potatoes on the side as they take longer to roast. We'll just kind of throw the rosemary in there. The aroma will permeate the vegetables and then take it to our beef stew. Okay, we're gonna stick this in the oven, and this will be roasting while the meat is continue cooking until it's real tender. Then we'll put it together. Okay. Okay, now we're checking for tenderness. Oh wow, yes, super tender. Look, I'll show you. See, there you go. It's super tender. Now we're going to check on the vegetables. I had turned the vegetables on the other side. One side started turning brown, so I just flip it. As you can see right there, potato is roasted, and these are the twigs of rosemary. It permeated the vegetables of its aroma. It smells absolutely delicious. And now I'm going to, so I discard the rosemary, okay? We don't want it to be overpowering the stew. All we need is the essence and the aroma of it. Now we're putting back all of our roasted vegetables. But you can make the gravy thicker by creating a slurry. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and kind of mix it all up. And seriously though, I think the gravy is perfect as it is. I don't want it too thick. Now all I have to do is incorporate the vegetables with the meat. So there's our vegetables with the meat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in the oven. I have the oven at 385 degrees, so I have all of my components put together. I'm gonna put it back in the oven and turn off the heat. The residual heat from the oven will continue the cooking process.